What's going on, guys? Welcome back to WWE Network and Show, where I, Graham G.S. and Matthews, break down all the original content I watch on the WWE Network, on Peacock, and on USA Network, as today we're talking Season 3, Episode 3 of Miz and Mrs., airing right after Raw on Monday nights. This one was called Miz-ter Perfect, and Miz-ter Perfect. Kind of continuing along with the Dancing with the Stars theme that started in the first two episodes of the third season last week. To start off the episode, Miz talks about doing well on Dancing with the Stars. He survived the first 2 or 3 weeks, and he cleans when he's stressed. He's very stressed about Grease Week coming up, and Grease the movie, that is. He's very stressed about what the dance number is going to entail and not knowing a lot about it, and just it's going to be tough. So he's very stressed out about that, and I guess he cleans the bathroom when he's stressed and stuff like that. So while Maurice is out and Miz is busy, Barb, who is Miz's mom, watches the kids. Meanwhile, Miz goes golfing with Ryan Cabrera, that being Alexa Bliss's now husband, to kind of take his mind off things. Unfortunately, has the opposite effect. Ryan brings up, have you looked at social media? Have you looked at your Twitter? What are people saying about your performance? Not exactly something that was on Miz's mind previously, and now it is, and now it's bothering him that people are talking shit and that he's not doing well, and that gets him off his game. And I think Ryan does it to get him off his game with the golf, but it just kind of bothers Miz beyond that as well. Meanwhile, while Miz and Maurice are gone, Barb takes a lot of pride, and she cleans a lot. She cleans the entire house when Miz and Maurice are away. And Maurice says that she's working, and I guess she did, but she also goes out to get a massage, and she has Barb watches the kids while she does this. So Miz gets home before Maurice and's like, why was my mom cleaning the whole house? I sent her home. I don't know why she was here doing that. And then Maurice is like, well, listen, I went out to go get a massage, and she likes doing it, so what's the point? And Miz is like, well, you should probably tell her that you're not trying to take advantage of her, even though that's exactly what she was doing. Meanwhile, Miz looks at more mean tweets about his performance, and I tried to find some of these tweets that he was reading off. He didn't give off any handles, but if you know what to search for, you can find the tweets. I didn't find anything, so I'm pretty sure that mean tweets that they were reading off you were probably just made up for the show, and they're not actually real. Because he referenced at the end of the episode, spoiler alert, someone tweeted out something positive about him, he said, and it was the same person who made a mean comment about him, same handle, same person from earlier in the episode, which isn't overly common, and Miz has millions of followers. I'm sure his notifications are a mess, so for him to notice the same person made a negative comment then a positive comment a few weeks later isn't exactly likely. But anyway, so while they're doing that, Maurice joins Miz at dancing practice to see how he's doing. And Maurice also wonders, because he's not doing well, he's stressed out, he's bothered, and she wonders if the comments are starting to get to him and get him off his game, more than just the golf game, as I mentioned earlier. Meanwhile, Maurice goes to Barb and just to let her know, hey, listen, I don't want you cleaning the house. If you don't have to, if you don't want to, don't worry about it. But Barb tells Maurice that I guess her desire to clean the house and her perfectionism is tied to having bulimia when she was growing up. She said that she always felt like she had to be perfect, and I guess this was in her late teens, early 20s, and it was really bad, she said, for 10 years. This wasn't just a phase for her, and this really kind of came out of nowhere. This is a very lighthearted, funny show, and it came out of nowhere the same way that Maurice's story about losing her dad did. I think on either the last episode or 2 episodes ago. I think it was the Season 3 premiere where she talked about losing her dad at a young age. And the same thing kind of here, where she just kind of tells the story out of nowhere. It's this funny story about Barb cleaning the house and Maurice is kind of taking advantage of it, blah, blah, blah. She says that she had bulimia growing up and that she appreciates Mike/Miz because if it wasn't for him being born, she probably either would have died or would have been worse off or whatever. And she thanks him for saving her life. So Maurice and Mom, and the mom Barb, both want Miz to have fun, not be hard on himself, and Maurice comes up with an idea to dress up as a character from Grease, very provocative, looking gray as only Maurice can, so Miz can kind of ease his mind and have more fun. And Miz feels like in her doing that, she kind of lit a spark in him, and he mentions being stiff and all this other stuff, and if you saw what I'm talking about, what she wore, it's the thumbnail for this video, you probably wouldn't be surprised, but Miz has a fun time talking about it, which was great. He says literally stiff and figuratively stiff and whatever. I'll move on from this. Anyway, so Miz does the Grease number. I think he survives another week. Maurice thinks that Miz did great, and she just believes that he's got to stay positive. So to close out the episode, Miz is going back to his Twitter feed, reads a positive tweet that I mentioned earlier from the same person or one of the same people from earlier in the episode that talked shit about one of his performances from earlier in the season, from earlier in the Dancing with the Stars season, that is. So then after that, Maurice gets on her phone and reads more mean tweets about him. So it's a whole thread of negative tweets. And Miz says he likes that sort of stuff because he likes proving people wrong, as he mentioned in the last episode about his dad, who we do not get on this episode, unfortunately. No George, no Marjo, which was fun. We got our fill of Barb and Miz and Maurice and more entertaining shenanigans per usual. So a quality episode of Miz and Mrs. this week, Season 3, Episode 3, Miz-ter Perfect. Thank you guys for checking out my reviews of the show. I appreciate it. More Miz and Mrs. reviews are down below. I have reviewed every episode of the show so far and intend to keep it up in the months to come and years to come and whatever. So thank you guys for checking out the reviews. Like I said, I appreciate it. Be sure to like the video, drop a comment, share the video, and subscribe to the channel for more daily content. Have a great one, guys. I'm Graham G.S. Matthews, and I'll catch your ass down the road.